Hello and welcome to my Zoro and Sanji deck profile on the recent European Championship. I got placed 33rd. Really unlucky missing on tiebreak the top cut. Even more unlucky because my round came rather late. And another unlucky thing was that after 10 rounds of Swiss, the first standing, I was placed 32. Was really happy, thought I topped. But later some corrections were done. I didn't even knew this existed in the app. I was already at the where the other players the top gathered around, but I somehow managed to play 33rd, especially because I was 37 going into the last round and I won the last round. But yeah, tiebreak you can't make it up. It's like the fourth major tournament I lost to it. This was like the unluckiest one in Bonn. I knew I wouldn't make it because I lost like the second and third round, but this time, whatever. And two major UBO tournaments, but that's a thing from the past. However, the event was really good and I got lucky with the matchups, to be honest. So in the TCG, it's always a bit of luck, a bit of unlucky. And the only thing you can do is minimize the luck component in the tournament. So I will go through the rounds and after that I will show you the deck. So round one was against Zoro. I won the dice roll. I go first. I always go first against Zoro because I want to play out the 4-cost Along on the 5-turn turn. My opponent, I think, didn't knew the matchup. For some reason, he forgot that this Yoshi had 0 power, and I attacked it with Perona, and he tried to 2k counter out of it, and then he had to throw in another 1k. I wouldn't have countered it to begin with, to be honest. But yes, this was then more or less an easy victory. Round 2, I got lucky, I got a free win. The opponent came 7 minutes late. He literally came like half a minute after I talked with the judges and they registered me as the winner. I asked him to if he wants to play for fun. He denied it, so whatever. Round 3, dice for 1 against UP Luffy. It's even in the feature match. The most important thing was that my opponent didn't have enough counter, so my early aggression couldn't deal with that, and then I could play it out quite well because he had to defend, and if he would have tried to go aggressive, he would never have survived the last turn. So I could just grind it out. Then round 4, dice roll 1, but against Ace, it's the worst matchup, probably like 2080. It was a good match for me, I think. Only won 2k more, and I probably would have lost one. I tried to bait out his 10 cost because I could have countered 16k, but not 12 and 16k at the end. But he sadly didn't block with his 10 cost blocker, and I think it was an 8k swing on 8k leader. So yeah, that was a loss. Round 5 against Yellow Kid. We both never knew the matchup, and it was really weird seeing Yellow Kid against Sour Sanji in round 5 of the European Championship. Would also be a funny feature match, to be honest. And yeah, normally I want to see Thunder deck in this matchup. I think because of the big bodies to deal with it easier. Sadly didn't saw it, but my aggression was too much. I got the 6-cost Luffy out, the double attack one. And yeah, I one weird play instead of going all dons under leader or whatever and try to clear out my 6-cost Luffy. He decided to humor himself to 2 lives, despite me having a 6-cost 7k double swing. But yeah, that's how I won that one. 1-6, dice were lost again, a win against Emu. I simply just had too much aggression. I played the matchup good, and he could never really came back from that. 1-7 Emu, same thing. I always withstand my character and then didn't attack with it at the end. So he had to go for life, which plays in my cards. Or he don't, or he's tried to start me and don't go into my life at all, which at that point I can gain so much advantage that I even survive then 10 cost Elder's turn. And one funny thing was an Argyle Elder in the deck profile build. Around 8 dice were lost, win against Zoro. Opponent was good, but I got double Adam in the start hand, and this was too much for him. He tried to play defensive, which was right. At the last turn, he had like the Zoro blocker and 4 dons open, so he wouldn't be punished with Holy, but I Holy anyways. I wasted 1 blocker at least, whether Kushibo or no, I don't know. And then could swing with 8, and he had 2 Deadman Spin plus another card. And if he have 1 brick in hand, it was guaranteed, and he had a brick. I think even 2. Or maybe it wasn't even with counter in hand guaranteed, but yeah, I won that one because my hand was quite well. Then was 9 lost to Emu. I lost the dive roll again, and he was a really good player. He tested Zoro Sanji against Geppers, I got later told, and he himself is a really good opponent. Funny side story. We already met in the round 9. I don't know what round 9 or round 10 in the last European Championship, but in the LCQ. But we were both qualified already. So we both were 7-2. Yeah, then it was 1-10. So we both were 7-2, and yeah, he clapped me, but he played Yamato and I played Smoker back then, so the matchup is not good for Smoker, I think. Yeah, he played well, but he also had everything. But against most, even if they have all the counters and all the events, I can win, or I consistently win. But he knew the matchup really well, so well played to that. And yeah, sad nonetheless, because now I was like clearly in the top cut when I won the last round. Round 10, I got Sour against dice roll 1. Finally, since round, I think it was round 4. And yeah, I completely bricked. I had no Mihawk target on 3. I had to swim with 8, and then I just prayed for good cards top deck. Then he hit my first life. I got the 4-cost Zoro, top deck another 4-cost Zoro, and then I could 5-turn like Mihawk, Zoro, 7. And on 7 turn, I then even top deck the Arlong, and from there, I could win the game. I even got so many 2Ks because I would counter out like, what was 14 to 7, and not dying to reset and swing. And not reset, but normal leader ability swing. And then he had a Tashigi and the norm field. So that was pretty good. And yeah, the last thing is that I sadly got only 33rd, despite round 9 and round 4. Well, I got lucky with the matchup, but next we're going to the deck profile, so it's all a bit improvised. Whoop. So, whoops, this is not the correct list. I forgot to change it on the sim. So this is the correct list. So yeah, so Sanji, the leader, I already made a matchup. I already made a guy, so I don't go over all the cards, just the important one. So Sanji, the leader, promoter, searcher, really good. Sometimes it's bad with Mihawk because you need as a place, but it's not worth not running it. It's just so much consistency, especially with the Mihawk being so important in this deck. Three Thunder deck, I played the Fishman engine. I didn't want to play it, but I didn't know what else. Even after the tournament, I think it was a big mistake. I should have run an unconventional supernova package, I think, with the 2 and just some 2K supernovas because I don't know if I think I did not play it out Thunder Decken to KO something once in the entire tournament. The good thing about it is that you have a lot of 2Ks, but supernovas also had 2/supernovas 2Ks. And with the 2 card searcher, you can at least search out this Luffy, which is really important. So that would be probably a change I would do. For Koshiro, this card is amazing. For Tashiri are really amazing cards, especially against Ace, because it's the only card that really can out Yuzu. Mihawk's the best card. 3 down, 3 down, 4 card. You get a free swing with it, and then even bounce it back to your hand. It's just a really amazing card for this deck. Without this deck won't be playable. Yeah, Slash, Fishman, 2K, 3 Arlongs. Some only for 1 or 2, but Zoro is a deck, like we saw. And if you see him, it's so good the matchup for you. So I play 3 times, so I more or less see it once in the game. You need to see it on whether 5 or 6, or if the Zoro doesn't have everything on 7. So I think 3 is a good number. You have the Corona Searcher, that is fine. My biggest mistake is to play one Great Kimaru. I should have played 2 or 3 instead. As this card is amazing, it's really, really good against Emo because when it's active, you can't mask it. If you go first on 5 turn, you just play it out. And if they mask anything from you, you can just swing, rest it, swing again. Swing with leaders and restand it and give up to your opponent, and then when you want to play another blocker, it's like, yeah, whatever, you go rest it, and then he's at 10 dots, and then it's anyway. It's also good because they need to organize their dons better because even if they play out 3 blockers, I can Deadman's Game or Holy and then Kikamaru, the other one. And yes, this card should probably play 2 or 3 of it. Probably cut out some Thunder deck, no other stuff. And yes, really good. Not only against Emu, even against Zoro it came handy, resting the Koshiro. And, and you can even rest like the law against Zoro. It's really good. It's really good. For Zoro 4 times, some only play 2 or 3. I really don't get it. This card is so busted. It's simply restand it at the end of the turn. This is so good. and gives you 2 free dons. I don't know why people only want to us with this card as a main play it 4 times, please, 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 please. S3 Kawamatsu, yes. 2K, if you play round, you lost anyways, the same as this. It's simply just Fishman 2K slash nothing to it. You can also, if you play the Fishman engine, you can also play Wish. Where is it? Where is it? Wait a second. Him, because he's a 2K and a 2 cost, because sometimes you need a 2 cost to bounce, but it's not good. I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, and then 4 times the 6 cost Luffy, some only play 2 or 3. I love this card so much, especially in this deck where I downplay the 2 cost law. You need to see it on curve because you can do so much damage with him. He's really good if you have 2. He doesn't break really. Only if you have a lot of non-counter, but you don't play that many non-counters deck anyways. So yeah, a really amazing card. 2 Holy Jones, because of Fishman Packers is a pseudo Deadman's game, but sometimes even better than Deadman's game. I think even if I let out the Fishman engine, I would run it because most of the time Holy Jones math is better than Deadman's game math. Like you play Howdy and then have 3 dons left. It's also really good because if you have 3 dons left, you can even utilize the Greek Kababu. And yeah, really good card, really good card. But only 2 because that this game is more utilized than the. What did I just say? What I forget. I don't even know what really means. Yeah, it's really good. I just think that Statman's game is better because you have also the counter. Only 3, maybe not 4. I don't know. I don't like the card a lot, to be honest. Draw 2 is fine, but not in this meta. It's too slow. But you need more than Mihawk on 3 because you don't always have Mihawk, and it's the next best thing, so 3 is fine. One Geon probably would cut it. I tested it. It was decent against Emu, but it was not as impactful as I hoped it would be. I think I did a misplay because I added this the other problem with it. It's blue, and because it's blue, it can be protected by Tashi, which is not so great. So yeah, did a miss, and so you can't withstand it and give up to your emo. They would simply mask it if you only have Tashi. So wouldn't recommend it. Cavendish really good against any deck. Go through this card 1. If you attack once, you get so much advantage. And you can restand and just give up to your opponent. And if they don't have Mass or you have Kushiro, they can deal with it. And you simply get advantage the next turn. And it's such an amazing card. I didn't want it at first. I won Weevil with Weevil's mom, which is funny, but at the end, too many non-counters. And this card is simply amazing. You draw 2, discard 1, you discard your non-counter, you get so much counter, you can defend everything on your board. So great. 3 Deadman's game, some only play 2 because of Cody, but this card is so good. 3k counter and wasting 2 cards. It's amazing, this card. I don't know, one of the best events in general with Gungam Giant and Konkasaki. It's a really amazing card. I even thought of playing it 4 at 4, but that would be overkill, especially with the Holy So 3 is definitely correct. Oops, that's a little blurred. Yeah, so this is the deck list. I hope you enjoy my little tournament report and deck list. I can even show you the other variant of Zoro Sanji in another video if you would to like to see that, or Zoro Sanji into OP14 or the new leader from OP13. I play a lot with Doflamingo and even made a Kaido and King list with the new 6 list king. So if you're interested in stuff like this, please let me know. Maybe I'll do even more content and even buy a microphone that sounds halfway decent. So have a nice day. Bye.